Hey everyone, we're the Violet Reality. I'm Casey Rain.
I'm Kim Camellia.
And welcome to This Week in Prince, episode 35. And it is a special occasion here at This Week in Prince.
Because Purple Rain Deluxe is out!
Oh, yeah.
Shiny and new. So we've got the vinyl and we've got the CD as well. Let me just show that from up close. Ta-da! Parental advisory sticker is still there.
So, welcome everyone to the Purple Rain Deluxe release special. So we've got lots to talk about this week. First of all, Purple Rain Deluxe is out. We just said that.
Yes.
But there's just so much to talk about.
So much stuff. Okay, let's talk about the album in general first. Let's talk about the liner notes in the booklet. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you a little bit of the booklet. So what you can do with the CD is you can make it very big like that, and I need to watch out that I don't drop all of it. So there's a picture of Prince, and
it's
then
a big
there's
fold
a
out
picture,
digipack.
and it's
That's
like
right.
4 discs in the digipack, and then we'll get out the booklet, and then Casey is going to show you some pictures in the booklet.
Yep, so here we have the booklet. We've got some fantastic liner notes from Susan Rogers and pictures. It's just a really cool pack, really. And then the Revolution going track by track through the album and each song. All the members of the Revolution talking about each song.
Unreleased pictures as well.
Unreleased pictures, we got lyrics, we got everything. All the credits for the unreleased songs on disc 2 as well, and all that kind of stuff. So, and some thanks at the back.
That's the book.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you guys probably have, either listened to it or got your copy by now. You know all about what's on it. If not, I suggest you go to thevioletreality.com right now and read my full-length review, which mostly focuses on the second disc, all the unreleased songs. But I did a very long review, and it's had like 3,000 views in like 2 days, which is just awesome. Thank you to everyone who read it and shared it.
You guys are so awesome. Yeah, and another interesting thing about Purple Rain Deluxe is that the actual Purple Rain disc, so the original album, is the very last album to actually have been mastered or remastered by Prince.
That's right. That's right. Prince and Joshua Welton did the remaster on disc 1 in 2015. Disc 2 is your unreleased songs. Disc 3 is your edits and extended versions. Disc 4 is the DVD of Prince and the Revolution live at Syracuse, which came out on VHS in the 80s.
It did, and now we finally have it in good quality.
In digital form, exactly. So, like I said, go to thevioletreality.com to read my review. We don't want to spend too much time discussing the individual songs on video, because the video would be way too long if we did that.
We will tell you our favourite track though, like our...
So We Can Fuck is definitely the highlight of the set.
Definitely.
Just absolutely fantastic original version of the song that ended up on Graffiti Bridge many years later. It's just fantastic.
He's like moaning and groaning, and it's just like the raw, dirty Prince that we love, like the darling Mickey kind of Prince. And then what was quite a surprise for me is Katrina's Paper Dolls as well. I like that one a lot too. Yep,
great song. Also Possessed is fantastic, if a little creepy. And I really like having the full computer blue hallway speech, full version in perfect quality after all these years is fantastic to have as well. So we're not going to talk about all the individual songs, but we just wanted to give you sort of a quick lesson on what our favorites are and that kind of stuff. So let's move on. If you guys have not bought Purple Rain Deluxe yet, then what are you waiting for? Go out and buy it.
Local record stores, Amazon, anywhere really. And
in the meantime, you can listen to it on Spotify and Apple Music and all those places.
Loads of product placement here for Spotify now, but
it's all good.
Well, But so what we do encourage you to do is get a little discussion going in the comments. Tell us your favorite songs, and if you've bought it or if you haven't bought it yet, and if you went to any of the release parties, which we are going to be talking about now. But first of all, there are some more songs out there.
Yes. So one thing that has not been done well on Purple Rain Deluxe, and it's a huge oversight. It seems that Jill Jones has not been credited for her backing vocals on We Can Fuck, possibly involvement in other songs as well. Potentially even they've miscredited Wendy and Lisa for the vocals that Jill had done, which is just completely unacceptable. As a vocalist myself, if I was involved in a song that came out and I wasn't credited for it, I would be super pissed off. And we really feel for Jill being in that position. It's really not fair, and they need to address that. They need to sort something out ASAP. But it seems that 3 Prince and Jill Jones songs were leaked to the internet on the same day as Purple Rain Deluxe coming out, and those 3 songs are Wednesday, which was originally supposed to be in Purple Rain the movie, another track called Killing at the Soda Shop, which is kind of like a punk rock song, and then Our Destiny.
Yep, with her
so
vocals.
so you probably know that Purple Rain Deluxe has the track Our Destiny on it, with Lisa's vocals on it. So on Friday, the version with Jill's lead vocal also appeared online. I'm not suggesting that Jill being pissed off at Purple Rain Deluxe and these songs appearing on the internet are connected. I'm just not going to go there. But you can draw your own potential conclusions as to what may have happened. But, we love Jill. We support Jill.
She's
Jill
an
is
amazing
fantastic.
artist,
She's such an integral part of that, Prince in the 80s. And it's really, really not fair to overlook how important she was. And whether that's been done by accident or whether there are people doing it on purpose,
we don't know.
But either way, it's messed up, and Jill needs to be acknowledged and credited, and and just thanked from us and everyone for her involvement, because there's so much stuff that would just not be what it is without Jill. And we certainly here at the Violet Reality love and appreciate Jill Jones.
Yes.
And if you're not aware of Jill's contributions to Prince's career and legacy in that time, then just do a bit of research. And she's all over everything. Like,
she is,
seriously, like from Maserati to like everything. She's everywhere. We love Jill Jones. We love you, Jill, if you're watching this.
Love you.
So
yeah. So there's been a awesome release party as well, like a special release party at, I think it's pronounced Neue House in Los Angeles, and The Revolution got an award for selling over 13 million copies of Purple Rain, the actual Purple Rain album.
Nice.
I have to say, and they got it awarded. It was a multi-platinum award, and they received it from Spike Lee, which is interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Yep, The Revolution are on tour right now. If you get a chance to go and see them, then you should do that. And speaking of tours, the NPG are coming to London in a few days.
Friday!
And we will be there.
Yes, we will be.
We will be there on Friday at the British Summertime Festival in Hyde Park.
Yes, so nice in the park, so we hope that's going to be nice by that. Not as ridiculously hot as this week, though, because guys, it was just so hot.
That was too much. And they're also doing a club show the next day at Nell's. Not entirely sure if we'll be going to that yet.
We'll probably still be in London though. But
we may be at the show as well, but we're definitely going to be at the Hyde Park show. So if you're going to be at Hyde Park, then
tell us.
Come and find us.
Yeah, and come take pictures with us and talk to us about Prince and whatnot. Because we like meeting you guys. We really like meeting you guys.
Exactly. Lots of record stores had listening parties to celebrate the release of Purple Rain Deluxe, including Electric Fetus in Minneapolis, Prince's favourite record store, and Amoeba Music in Berkeley.
Yeah.
And there was also a 12 Hours of Purple Rain event in the Netherlands showing the movie and celebrating the release of the album.
Yes, and an after party afterwards. So if you went to any of these things, let us know, send us pictures and things. You can always hit us up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/thevioletreality, and show us pictures.
Moving on to the latest updates regarding the never-ending court cases to do with Prince's estate and all the various bits and pieces. So there's a couple of things that's important to talk about right now. First of all, the judge has ordered that Universal can see the agreement that Prince had made in 2014 with Warner Brothers. Now, if you don't know why this is important, let me explain. So you may have seen in our previous videos that Universal are trying to back out of the deal they did with Prince's estate for all the post-1996 work, claiming that after the deal was done and all the money was handed over, that they then found out that there were conflicts with the agreement that Prince had made with Warner's in 2014, and that they felt they'd been misled into the deal. Now, the problem with this is that Universal can't say that for sure at this point, because they never saw that agreement that Prince had with Warner's in 2014. It was a confidential agreement. So for them to say that they want to back out the deal because they feel there's conflicts with that agreement despite having not seen that agreement is a little bit strange. And it's clear that there's probably a deeper level of politics going on. I really don't think that Londell would have done those deals had there been conflicts, because you're just asking for trouble. Like, you're asking for those deals to fall apart if you knowingly like do that, and I really don't think that that's the case. So it's interesting that Universal are now going to be allowed to see the Warner's deal from 2014, and then, you know, we'll all know for sure whether there are conflicts in those deals or not.
Yes.
And the other important thing to note is that the Source magazine, which is also owned actually now these days by Londell Macmillan, is going to be reporting on the news to do with the Prince estate. Now, you know, the Source, one of the most important magazines of all time, hugely critical in development of hip-hop music in the 90s, late 80s and early 90s. Yeah, so I think it's really interesting that the Source will now be reporting on the news updates.
Yeah. So if you live in the United States, you can get the magazine. Either way, just get the magazine or have a look on the website as well, because it will put things in like a bit more of an understandable perspective for you if you're not like sure about court documents and stuff like that. We try to explain it as great as we can, but it's easy to like have something like that so that you can read it back as well. So, yeah,
there's so many court documents that it's actually really hard to keep up with all of them.
It is, yeah.
Especially, I mean, I kind of have a little bit of an advantage because both of my parents were lawyers, so when I see some of these documents, I can kind of look through all the legalese and figure out what's actually being said quite quickly. But if you didn't have that insight, I can imagine that some of the stuff said in these documents would be like totally like a foreign language to a lot of people. So we try and sort of cover the important points, but it's really good that, you know, media will be picking up on, you know, the actual really important points of what's going down with these court cases.
Some more entertainment related news is that we said in a previous This Week in Prince that Allo is going to be in Pitch Perfect 3. The trailer for that is out now, and we know that her character is going to be called Serenity.
might be a little bit of a sort of a guilty pleasure, but I really enjoyed the first two Pitch Perfect movies, and it'd be really cool to see Andy in the third one.
I think she plays like a super bitchy character, so that's going to be so much fun. But she's such a sweet
she's
girl.
Such a nice person in real life. That's so funny.
I know.
I guess we'll see if she's a good actress or not.
Yeah.
If she can convincingly be mean when we know that she's not.
So yeah, we'll definitely go out and see it. And Andy, well done. We're rooting for you, girlie.
We really are.
Yes. Last week, we told you about the fact that the Minnesota Twins were going to have a Prince night at Target Field during their baseball game. They had that night, and we saw some amazing footage from it. There was like Prince designed merchandise, like baseball style t-shirts, and there were 10,000 umbrellas opened with Purple Rain on it, like the Purple Rain picture, and that is just so amazing to see, guys. And from what I've read is that people really enjoyed it, and it was such a beautiful tribute to Prince. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
It did look like a really cool event. I wish we could have been there. One thing that does kind of suck, though, is that some people have been selling their Prince umbrellas on eBay for like a couple $100 or more, and like that's just really lame. I mean, come on now.
It's like, it's such a like great item to have as well, because it's like, you know, if you've gotten that at something that you went to remember Prince, obviously, and it's like, you know, it's a one of a kind of thing. You want to keep that, not sell it for like money.
I get that there were probably people there who were fans of the team and not necessarily like Prince fans, but like don't exploit like fans by selling things like that for like inflated prices. It's just not fair. It's not fair. Besides which, it's not like it's official merchandise, and you could probably buy like other unofficial Prince, you know, branded umbrellas for like $20 or something. Like
pretty much, yeah.
So it's don't do it. Don't pay stupid money for these Minnesota Twins umbrellas on eBay by vultures who try and extort money out of fans. Like, that's not cool.
It's not nice, no.
So some of you guys remember that we talked about the passing of legendary rock singer Chris Cornell from Soundgarden, Audio Slave, and we mentioned it in a previous episode because he'd done a great cover of Nothing Compares to You. Something we want to talk about today is that his daughter wrote a beautiful, you know, heartbreaking letter to her deceased father, and put it up on his official Facebook page. And the reason that we mention that here is because in that letter she talks about them always watching Purple Rain together and how they both loved the song The Beautiful Ones. And I thought that was really sweet, and you know, really sad to read that whole letter as well. So yeah, go to Chris Cornell's Facebook page and read that letter from his daughter. But maybe you have some like tissues with you because it's really sad stuff. Yeah. Other sad news this week is that the fantastic rapper Prodigy from the group Mobb Deep, who I grew up listening to, he passed away this week as well. We're still not entirely sure what happened, but he had a lifelong battle with sickle cell disease. And the reason that I mentioned that is because not long after Prince passed away, we actually found out that he had secretly played keyboards on a Mobb Deep track. So Havoc, who is the other half of Mobb Deep, revealed that they were recording in the same studio in New York at one point. Prince walked into their session for a song they were doing called Thou Shall Not Kill and just played some keyboards on it and then like left without even saying bye. And that was very, very random and cool, but it's what I thought of this week when I heard that Prodigy had passed away. If you're a hip-hop fan and you're not that familiar with Mobb Deep, I would suggest going on Spotify and listening to a couple of albums called The Infamous and Hell on Earth. Those pivotal albums in hip-hop and just absolutely fantastic albums. So go and check them out if you haven't already.
Yes. So that wraps up This Week in Prince, episode 35, the big
Purple Rain Deluxe release special.
Oh, we haven't even shown you the poster yet. Ooh.
You want to take out the poster now?
I'm going to take out the poster now.
You want to take out the poster now?
I'm going to take out the poster now. So, any of you guys that watch our channel that were around in the 80s when this album was actually released on vinyl would know that the vinyl actually had a poster included with it. Now, this poster has been sort of repressed and like reworked a little bit. And if I can open it, it's like half the poster now. It's like bigger than me. Look, it's the picture of the revolution in front of the Windows firewall.
Oh yes.
As we all know.
So
but
that
yeah.
comes with the Purple Rain Deluxe.
So it's obviously the reworked version, and yeah, so what I'm interested in is like how many of you actually were there when this album came out in the 80s and have this poster, still
the original
have it?
Poster.
Yeah.
I obviously wasn't born when Purple Rain originally came out, and neither was Kim. By the time I bought the vinyl, I have an original vinyl, but the poster wasn't in it when I bought it. But it did have that little slip that said you can also buy the time and Vanity 6.
Yeah, well, I have a original vinyl because my mom used to like collect Prince vinyl and stuff back in the day. So I've got the vinyl and the poster still folded and the little slip as well. But I'm too afraid to like put out the poster on my wall because it's like a collector's item because it's an original, you know.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Anyway, Purple Rain Deluxe. Buy it, listen to it, check it out, check out all the cool unreleased songs, and go to thevioletreality.com.
For his blog!
Read my review, share it, like it, and do the same with this video. Share it, like it, comment, subscribe, comment, definitely comment and let us know your favorite songs from Purple Rain Deluxe. And that's it for This Week in Prince, episode 35. I'm Casey Rain.
I'm Kim Camellia. We are the Violet Reality.
Yes,
and
we are.
will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
And be wild.